Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of the Evocative Gamers podcast. My name is Alex and my co-host here, Danny. And today we're going to be talking about Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders, and we'll see where we go from there. But that's where we're starting. Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders. Danny, did you pick one up? Please tell me yes.
Yep, got one night of. Used the old Best Buy app. Was able to secure it. Pretty nice.
That's interesting that you went with Best Buy. I would have thought, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I would have thought that through Best Buy you needed to be part of their members program that they charge you like an arm and a leg for. Are you
I,
a part of that?
I did not know they had a members program, but I do have a Best Buy account when I used to collect Pokemon cards. So I'd have them
Yeah,
shipped to my house.
yeah. Best Buy has a members program. They used to have like the my like Best Buy reward points or whatever, but they got rid of that in lieu for a membership that you had to pay for. But this membership, it has some perks, and one of them, at least the last time I looked into it, was like for graphics cards, like those GTXs. They give you like priority on the reservation. So I would have thought that they might have given priority to reserve or pre-order Nintendo Switches to members as well.
That sounds
Like a scam?
yeah, but I mean, yeah, we'll get to it in a second. But I did use the app though, which I heard was a lot more reliable than the website itself. I was never kicked out of the queue, but a lot of people using the website were kicked out of queue over and over and over again. So the app was the way to go. That was the
And,
secret
and,
sauce.
and so walk us through this. At what time did you enter the queue?
9:30
PM or AM?
p.m.
Okay, and then the launch or the pre-orders went live at midnight?
Yep, went live on midnight. It's supposed to go live at midnight for Best Buy as well, but for some reason they stalled it for 30 minutes, and everyone thought, "What the heck is going on?"
So
I
you
was,
waited in line for 3 full hours.
yep,
3 full hours. No refreshing on the app. You're just kind of just sitting there waiting around, seeing what happens.
Oh no, wait. So we were there at 9:30 p.m. Pacific time. Pre-orders went live. So I didn't wait very long.
Wait, what do you mean? I thought the no
Eastern.
Eastern. Okay, so you got in
Oh, wait a
line.
minute. I didn't wait
Wait, did you get in
3 hours.
line 30 minutes after it went live, or was it
Yeah,
allegedly supposed to
Best
go live?
Buy Best Buy went live 30 minutes after midnight. 30 minutes after
Eastern.
9 p.m. for us. Yeah, Pacific.
Okay, so you show up 30 minutes late to the game,
Chilling.
chilling, and you still managed to pick up a reservation.
Hell yeah. I got the Mario bundle and I was super happy. But I heard a lot of people they were trying to do Target, but Target, if you got the pre-order in and you paid, they still sent out emails every now and then saying your order was canceled and you get a refund. So I didn't want to deal with Target. And then Walmart, I don't shop at Walmart. So I didn't even try Walmart. And GameStop didn't go live until 11 a.m. the next day. So
Really?
yeah,
That makes sense. And so I saw a TikTok. Now this person was kind of mad, but he opted for the physical in person GameStop. And what he did was he's camping outside for a few hours outside the mall because his particular GameStop is at a mall. So lesson learned: don't go to a GameStop in a mall.
yeah.
And so he was like the 8th person in line, but as soon as they opened the doors to the mall,
It was a frenzy.
he started running. And so he dropped out to like 15th, 16th place. He was so pissed.
Yeah, I don't know. Malls seem kind of because there's two barriers of entry there. Literally, their
Yeah,
doors and the
literally.
mall
You got
doors.
to get into the building, and then you got to get into the actual store
I
itself.
wouldn't even get in line in front of the mall. I would just wait and then run in.
But some interesting statistics that he shared. I don't have the exact details, but in person, they gave him a piece of paper, and it looks like they had like 47 or so regular Switch 2s and like 50 or so Switch 2s with the Mario Kart bundle. So they had roughly about 100 Switches on site for reservation. So that begs the question, Danny. If you didn't pre-order, can you still line up then on what does it come out? June something? June 1st, June 2nd? June 5th?
But I don't think you can still pre-order. I think once
No,
Don't
I'm
think
not talking about pre-order, but can I show up at midnight on June 5th and try to buy one without a reservation or without a
ooh,
pre-order?
I don't think so because even Japan
Because,
doesn't have enough for themselves.
but they
So
do that for video games, right? Like that wouldn't be unheard of. Where I've done midnight launches where you show up without a reservation and try to see if you can get something.
yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't even waste my time doing it. I I think I would wait for Nintendo to do their lottery system
I
because
mean,
they
when the little Nintendo Super Nintendo came out, I went on launch day and I just walked into a Best Buy and picked one up.
that's cool. See, I don't know about that anymore. I think the PlayStation 5 put a lot of FOMO in people because no one could grab a PlayStation 5 for 2 or 3 years after it launched. So I think
But
people
that
are
was the
like,
same case with PlayStation 3s. PlayStation 3s took forever.
yeah. And so did the Xbox Series X. Still haven't seen one in person. So
Really? No, I picked one up in 2020, March of 2021.
yeah, I think now that I know it's like 3 years after these consoles came out, I'm not even gonna get it because I missed that whole generation almost. There's a new one gonna come out in like 2 years or less.
You're not missing out much, but
Yeah, I don't think I am. I think the Switch, I could miss out on some stuff because the last Switch was what, 8 years old, 9.
2017. Now, before we get off the topic, though, one last thing. So I wanted to ask you because Nintendo during their Nintendo Direct put some guardrails up, right? Like they made it a little bit harder for folks to get the Switch. Did you have to deal with any of those? Specifically, the you have to have like the Switch Online account for X amount of time before.
Oh, that's only if you're pre-ordering from their Nintendo shop.
And and so why wouldn't people have just gone there? Because like when I try to get in line for the 25-year anniversary PlayStation 5, I went straight to Sony.
Hmm. I think the pre-order is going live for that May 8th, I think, is a huge thing. I think people are like, is there going to be enough? Are we going to have it? Should I just pre-order it? Because I think Nintendo gave their retailers first bids. Like, all right, you guys go first, get all the pre-orders in, and then we'll open our pre-order system, and then we'll take it out. So I don't know. I think it's
So
another thing of like,
let's see if we can extrapolate some numbers here then. So total number of GameStops in the US,
yeah,
there's roughly 2,325. So 2325, and let's just assume they each got about 100 pre-orders each. That's 232,000 consoles just in GameStop. And let's do Best Buy now.
yeah.
Now, since you went through the app, did you still have to sign up for a specific location?
Nope. I think Best Buy you can get it delivered to your house, but I requested it to be sent to the location near me so I can pick it up on midnight.
Okay. So remember 232,000 because we're going to do, there's only 1,056 Best Buys in the United States.
So how many do you think they have? If they have like at least
Let's
five or
just
six
assume
of
they
them?
have, let's just assume every store got 100. So that's 105,000.
Hmm.
Let's go to Target. Target's got almost 2,000.
Dang.
So that's 197,000. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, half a million right now, roughly. And then what was it? Wally World, the other one?
Yep.
I'm gonna type in
Walmart.
Wally World into the search. Wally World's got 4,000. So let's just call it a million.
Yeah.
At least a million pre-orders in. That's an interesting that a million. Let's see. How many switches were pre-ordered in 2017? That so in 2017 there were an estimated 500,000 pre-orders of the Nintendo Switch. Uh, 2.2 made it so 2.2 million. And in 2017, Nintendo made about 2.2 million in that first year.
Wow.
So let's assume they had about a million pre-orders,
That's already
which is
half.
double, but it's double than the Switch.
Hmm. Yeah.
Now, did you pick up a Switch in 2017 on launch day?
No. They were sold out.
They were
So
sold
I
out.
worked at Target at the time, and I remember they got sold out pretty quick.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot you worked at Target for a while.
Yeah, my friends were all saying it's going to sell out, but I was remembering the Wii U, and I'm like, the Wii U is whatever. I don't think the
Nobody
Switch.
cared for the Wii U.
Then it sold out like almost instantly.
So what drove you to want to pick up a Nintendo Switch on launch day?
I think just having a new console. I want to play Fortnite in my bed, so I'm really tired of sitting. This chair, I don't know, like I don't know if you can see it, but this chair like leans back. It's like I have no backrest.
You don't
So
have $1,000 chair like I do?
I had one, but my wife didn't like the green color. Wanted it to be nice and neat. So I have this office chair that's like
Wait, what happened to your green chair?
it's put out in front. Someone took it. It was like 5 years old, so but it was
All right.
nice.
But why get the launch edition? Because I am an engineer. I know better than to buy day zero hardware because
Oh,
those are typically full of bugs. Why would you risk it?
because then I can go, hey Alex, I got the Switch. Do you have the Switch?
No, but I'll wait 6 months and then when I get my Switch, I'm gonna be playing my Switch too. When you're like, "Well, I sent mine in for repairs."
Or the opposite will happen. Like my one of my friends gets Call of Duty 5 months after I got Call of Duty. Am I still playing Call of Duty? No, it's over. It's
You missed the
shelf
hype.
life. Yeah. So I'm gonna play the Switch. I'm gonna enjoy it from day one, where everyone's enjoying it, and then eventually, I mean, Pokemon's gonna come out over the summer, I believe. Pokemon ZA, and then Metroid Prime 4 is gonna come out soon. So those are the two games I want real bad.
Now, why get the bundle? Why not just get the Switch 2?
Because it's $30 savings on Mario Kart. Otherwise, Mario Kart's $80. Now it's $50.
Now, do you think Mario Kart World's going to be worth it? Like Nintendo and Mario Kart for bundles have been a thing since when?
I don't know if I haven't seen another game priced at $80. I'm imagining that Metroid Prime is going to be $80 because it's a 4K game. I don't know if you saw any trailers for Metroid Prime 4. It looks quality. It looks like that game looks $80. Mario Kart doesn't look $80. So if Metroid Prime is not $80, it's $70, then I'm thinking they only made Mario Kart $80 to sell the bundles.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, there are some.
Have you seen gameplay of Metroid Prime?
I haven't. I've been watching Mario Kart World, and I'm excited for Mario Kart World because the best way to explain Mario Kart
Battle
World is
Royale
basically,
racing. It's Fortnite, dude. You get knocked out if you're in the lower ranks. Did you see
do
that?
you hit
Yeah,
the open
you're
road?
racing to survive, dude. Cool.
Nintendo somehow managed to bring a battle royale to Mario Kart.
To a kart game, dude. Isn't that
So you got
sick?
hit the open world with Mario and friends, zip around courses and vast worlds where everything is connected, race along grassy plains, bustling cities, wide open waters, big old volcanoes. Everywhere is your race course. This I'm interested in. So you could basically, it's like just drive around.
Yep, you can drive around, show up to a course, other people are there. Let's do it.
So I get Need for Speed vibes, right? Where there was like hot spots on the map where you show up and there was an event happening.
That's what I was thinking too. Kind of like you're all hovering around it, and then you kind of get into a queue, and it starts. I don't know how it works here though.
How do you think multiplayer is going to work for this, though, right? Because I feel like you really need to be connected with your friends.
I hope not. I don't have any friends.
Well, it'll be kind of lonely to just be driving around, right? And you're like on the south side of the map, and all of a sudden there's an event happening on the north side. Like, how do you get up? How do you do it on GTA Online?
On GT Online, usually there's like a notification, a ping telling you people are queuing up. Sometimes there's like a fast travel system where it's like, hey, this race at this place. Even in Need for Speed, a race in this one race is starting. Do you want to join? Press up on the D-pad, and it'll just take you there.
Oh, teleport you. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
So I wonder then how, like, so Nintendo historically, since was the Wii even connected online?
The Wii U was online, yeah.
No, the Wii.
No, the Wii.
I kind of want to say that
it had
it
Call of
was.
Duty on it. It did
I
have
want to
Call of
say
Duty.
that it was, no?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like the original, because in 2007,
Because you
2006,
can trade
2007.
Pokemon and Pokemon in the online.
Yeah, so I feel like we would have had online for the Wii. It's been so
Yeah,
long.
at least
But
revenge.
anyways, but Nintendo since then has historically done online play incorrectly.
I mean, we're just getting chat right now. $20.
Did you pre-order the camera?
No, I'm not gonna use a camera.
You're not gonna use a camera?
I'm good. I'm just gonna beat people, and they'll say, "Whoa, who was that?" We'll never know.
Do you think Mario Kart's gonna get a ranking system like you have in Call of Duty and Halo?
I hope so. There's got to be a reason to play. I'm hoping there's a battle pass. I like spending money. Okay,
Clearly.
full disclosure, I will pay for it. Any battle pass if it interests me. So
So then does this mean that the world will get a little bit bigger over time?
probably not. Oh, maybe Mario Kart did have a lot of DLC.
Mario Kart, and fun fact, I don't like paying for anything, and Mario Kart DLC is the only DLC I've paid since the days of Rock Band.
Yeah, so I think there's gonna be DLC. There has to be. It's gonna be another 9 years before another Mario Kart. They gotta do something to keep this thing alive.
Are you kidding me? It's gonna be way more than that because Mario Kart, Mario Kart 8 for the Switch
Is a
is
remake
just
of Wii U.
is just yeah the Wii U Mario Kart.
That's true. So I'm a big. Well, people were saying online when I was watching the reviews because some people got to try these games out. They're saying they gave Mario Kart Double Dash feels.
Vibes.
Yeah, and I'm like, ooh, like it's not the same as Mario Kart Double Dash, but it's like there's still this sense of like grit
What do
behind
you what do you think made Double Dash so special?
And I think everything in that time was a split screen. I think having your cousins over, your friends over, and you're just battling out in person.
Why do you think then the Nintendo dropped it though? Like you don't have dual players today, right?
Oh, like the Double Dash formula.
Yeah,
I
because
think
wouldn't it
some
still work
people would like.
online?
Yeah, I don't know because when I was playing at your house the other day, I think the idea that like Tony was driving and I only got to shoot. I mean, it was cool, but then I want to drive too, you know. So I
But
feel like,
couldn't you switch?
well, yeah, but we're not going to switch. We got to get a system where we're winning. I was able to knock people off from the left and
But
right.
when we were little, that didn't seem to be a concern.
Well, we're little. A lot of things we're not concerned. Did you know that Pokemon had the ability to up their stats? So if they
What do you
use
mean?
Sword Dance, they'll get like a double attack multiplier, and they can do it up to 4 times. So in the end, they have like I don't know 4 times multiplier of attack, right? And it's like it's a meme of a little kid going, "I don't care," and the adults are like, "Oh my gosh, they're gonna kill us in one hit." But as a kid, if they're using stat boosters, we don't care. We're still hitting them, you know.
Yeah.
So I think our little kid mind just doesn't grasp the concept, you know, of like, I don't know. I think we're just
I
fun
mean,
to mess around.
I mean, I still remember with your younger sisters when we'd give them a control that I wasn't even hooked up, but they were like full on in the game.
Oh yeah, they were like invest. They're getting angry.
Yeah. Checking the control that's not even connected to the console.
I gave Eli my Switch just to hold and play Pokemon EV. Let's go Eevee. And I'm just showing him the thumbstick and move the character around, and that's all he did. He was just moving the thumbstick. He had no purpose other than see that the thumbstick moves the character. So,
Oh, and here it is. I made it to your battle royale. It's called the
dude,
Knockout Tour.
it looks fun.
No, what is it? But back to barrel through back-to-back courses with no pit stops along the way.
No,
If
because
you
you
don't
got to
place,
drive to the next course, and you got to keep going, dude. Like, if you're dead last when a timer hits or something, you're out. It's like, dang. Because so you know how the world's connected. You are driving to the next course.
so there's checkpoints, and you at each checkpoint, so it's just like a one long
Huge
infinite
race.
thing, and it just keeps going down until you're down to the last four racers.
And then it's a Grand Prix or something, right? Something normal.
No, then you just win. Oh yeah, no, you have the Grand Prix, yeah, up here. You have the Grand Prix, and then you have Knockout Tour. Remember the days of the bubbles or the balloons? Those were the days.
Well, I really like Donkey Kong's multiplayer. Multiplayer, yeah. Have you remember that game where it's like you're shooting coconuts and bananas at each other?
See, this is what I want right here, free roam. I'm just gonna drive around like crazy.
What's Alex doing? Oh, he's by the beach. he's just taking in the graphics.
You think
Wow.
like I think missed opportunities, right? To not put in a level creator.
Oh, dude, they did like a what is that called? Mario Maker, but Mario Kart Maker.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be insane. That'd be huge. Like a Forge World.
Yeah, no, I start paying for that. But Nintendo's this weird company where they're like they have so much IP, just so much of it, yet they do nothing valuable with it.
Yeah, but every 9 years they'll get a huge influx of money whenever they release something. Huge influx of money.
Ah, play together. Up to 4 players can race on the same system with the asterisks. What the- Play
Yeah,
using your choice
not
of button controls or motion controls. Attach a Joy-Con 2 controller. Do you think these are gonna break less than the Switch ones?
I heard they're magnets, bigger sticks. I don't know.
All
I guess.
together, anytime, anywhere. Fire up game chat, double stars. To enjoy the feeling of close company with friends, even when you're far apart. Talk using the built-in microphone or share your screen in real time. If you connect a compatible USB-C camera, like the Switch 2 camera, you can face-to-face over video chat. Oh, that's
Nah,
cool.
I'm not doing that.
Oh,
I'm
look at
gonna
that. They're gonna start. You have basically less than a year.
next March,
af-
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Then they're gonna start charging you
Crazy, dude.
$80 MSRP. I was watching online that basically like $80 given 2025's inflation, that's still a $60 game.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. I feel like I'm on the side where I think money does need to go more towards the game developers, but I don't know. Then
But
you
the
got
part
like
I don't get, like when we were growing up, it made sense because the idea was, look, you got to market the thing. Okay, fine. But you got to build and package and distribute the thing.
yeah.
But there is no more building, packaging, and distribution of the thing, yet the price stayed exactly the same. So that delta, somebody pocketed it.
Mm, that's
So
true. I
where,
think it's the publishers, Activision and all those guys, right?
yeah, but this is why you end up with crap stuff like with Activision.
But they all those games are dying. Like Concord, PlayStation's game died within a week. Like if the people aren't playing the game, it will die. You know?
So how much value do you then put onto the online component of a game? Because I think Halo revolutionized this, right? Like prior to Halo, you didn't care there was an online. I only cared about campaign.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like online makes or breaks a game. It has to have a really good online component, or else I'm just gonna beat the game and never play it again.
I gotta. My problem is that I still gotta take the wrappers off the games.
Well, like Halo 3 had a really good story, but like online kept us playing, and we would go back and play the story online with our friends, right? Doing challenges, legendary mode, and all that. I think the online component for any game is how long it's going to survive.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
look
even
at
Animal
Fortnite.
Crossing has an online component and kept that game going for another. I mean, there's still streamers that stream Animal Crossing, meeting up with other people's islands and stuff. Like if you don't have online, you're not going to do very well.
I love. I love the graphic here. I love the immersion of the world. I like to tell people that Mario Kart World to me feels like Smash Brothers Ultimate,
Oh,
right?
I
But
can see
not
that.
on a cart. But look at this. We got water boats. Did you notice this detail here?
The airplanes.
Mm, and airplanes. Well, I feel like airplanes is not that new because you always had like the gliding part, but
Hmm.
having a boat is different.
Well, people say that um, it's not that revolutionary because Diddy Kong Racing did this. If you remember that game.
The 64.
Yeah. So I remember that. You go in the water, it turns to a little hot water one. No, I think you had to pick it beforehand, huh?
No, yeah, I think you picked it before, which I think I still have that game.
Diddy Kong Racing was cool. I remember. I still remember the theme song in my head.
I heard these prices though for this hardware, man. Nintendo's really. I heard these Joy Cons are expensive,
$90, yeah, I think, or even more.
and then the camera.
I'm not buying a camera. Save some money there. I'm telling you. I think it's not even that good. It's like get a
Oh,
4K.
Nintendo. What else? So I just felt like Nintendo's announcements were a little lackluster. What else have we got coming out for?
Metroid Prime. Check it out, dude.
Well, let's see if we get. You would think if it's that big, they would put it front and center. We got Bonanza.
I don't think it's because it's not a launch title.
So it's interesting you bring that up. I need to hold up from the archives.
Game Informer. Did you hear Game Informer's coming back?
No, but I did. I did buy. So the man, I bought two things. Well, I bought one thing. I bought the electronic. So first of all, I'm a huge fan. Electronic Gaming Monthly. This was the magazine of choice. This one's issue number 149, December 2001. And I love this because it put head to head the Xbox and the GameCube when those two came out. We'll get back to that in a second. But so EGM found it, the Electronic Gaming Monthly. So Kickstarter, EGM. They started this, and I bought this, and so I'm waiting. It's supposed to come out in the next like 2 or 3 months. But I basically bought like this book that has. It has like a bunch of the articles, but it gives you have in like all of the EGMs are digitalized, so you can scan through them all, and like everything's been digitalized. But they also came out with like an unpublished edition that came out, but the big one is this big old book, which I'm looking forward to. I'm excited for that one. But there's the video game Foundation. Have you heard of these folks?
No, I've never heard of that.
So the Video Game Foundation or Video Game History Foundation, it's a nonprofit, and they have a project here called the Research Library. I don't know about how to access. I forget how to access it, but there's a way to get in here. I know I've done it. Maybe it's under blog. Here we go. So this right here, library.gamehistory.org, is basically every magazine ever published. They've digitalized them.
That's cool.
And so like Nintendo Power.
Nintendo Power.
You remember Nintendo Power?
Yeah, you got him.
I am like so mad. Like I kept everything, and then one day I decided to get rid of stuff, and like I don't know why I got rid of anything. Now, how the heck?
Looking for the one with the big old Samus poster?
No, I'm just trying to figure out how to open this thing. You would think these are a little bit easier to open up. You're supposed to just be able to like look through them. I've actually looked through one like the EGMs. I've actually looked through this particular one before, but this is the problem with like published media. Like you freaking understanding how to look at these things is like near impossible. Collection organization, episode 1 or magazine 1. Okay, I want to see it. Show it to me. Maybe I gotta go to the digital archive. There we go. Magazine library. Who else did they have here? Game Informer. Look at that. They went all the way through. I had a Game Informer. I had a EGM. Where's EGM at? Right here. I don't see Nintendo Power. Do you? Might be on the next page. No, I don't see any Nintendo Power. I got your Nintendo Power. I had them for like the longest time. Can't believe they don't have Nintendo Power, but they have Game Informer. Game Informer was cool. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, Game Informer's going to come out with. They're redoing it. Somebody bought it, and they're going to bring out more magazines, physical copies.
I would get my GameStop membership again for that.
Were they part of GameStop? I didn't know that.
Yeah, at one point they were part of GameStop. So check this out. So you can basically look through the entire archive of these magazines. They're there for research, right? So if we wanted to do like a historic, like the history of Metroid, we could go through here and like look up all the archives and take the screenshots and everything from the OG Metroid. But check it out on your free time. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'll check that out. It's pretty cool.
So we got Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Oh yeah.
Not oh anyway, so the reason why we went down this route, though, right, is because if you look through here, right, this is the verdict of the Xbox versus GameCube, and the very big deal that they did was, and I'm gonna show it to you right now, right, is there was a huge section of launch titles.
Yeah.
Also, this weird looking place. Did you ever get to see what the original PS3 controller was supposed to look like?
No.
Oh,
PSP
man.
or
So PlayStation 3, right,
Hmm.
original PS3 game controller. This thing looked like a boomerang. You never saw it? Yeah, this thing right here. This is originally what we're gonna launch with on the PS3.
Why?
I don't know. People hated it, and then Sony ended up going back and just dual shocked it. Well, actually, it wasn't even the dual shock. They just had the dual sense, and they came out with the dual sense. And the PlayStation 3 controller was light. I don't know if you had a chance to play with that. I have one because they had the 6-axis motion, and so you could do this. You can do like pitch, yaw, rotate and stuff on the controller.
Yeah.
But they had to take out the rumble because they couldn't figure out how to get it to do this, and the rumble would mess it up. So the DualShock 3 did not come out until much later once they figured out how to get the rumble to work with the 6-axis.
Wow.
But yeah, this was supposed to be the original PS3, the controller ring.
No, that's weird, dude. That's like almost as weird as the N64 controller.
That controller is a classic though.
That one's a good one to hit your sister's
But-
upside the head.
But yeah, launch titles used to play a critical role, right? Launch titles used to make or break a system.
I mean, Halo brought Xbox 360 and all that up, or even original Xbox.
Yeah, but without a great launch title launch, like you were just kind of, it's what flocked users to come and buy your game. And in fact, this is probably one of the most controversial launch titles of all time.
What is that? Luigi's Mansion?
Yeah, because it was the first console to launch from Nintendo without a Mario exclusive.
Yeah, but it's Luigi's Mansion. That thing was awesome.
Yeah, but
It
at the
was scary.
time of this publication, you had no idea it was going to be awesome.
That's true.
Right?
Oh,
Nintendo took a
scary.
bold risk. And so this right here is very concerning to me, right? I think it's a trend in the wrong direction, in my opinion.
You
Because
don't like Donkey Kong Bonanza?
no, I think again, launch titles were so important, so critical to the culture and the hype of the game. Because when I originally saw Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders go up, I'm like, well, what are we looking forward to? I have not been excited for any Nintendo IP in a very, very long
Oh,
time.
welcome tour, please. Come on. That thing's awesome.
You're kidding me, right?
No, that thing's stupid. You got to pay for information on your Switch.
And then whatever happened to the free, like the Wii became so popular because it came with the Wii Sports.
That's because of Reggie. Reggie pushed that.
Yeah, but now like the Switch had nothing. Although there was that ARMS one that came out.
The Switch had Mario Odyssey and Breath of
The
the Wild.
Odyssey wasn't a launch title.
Oh, was it?
No way. Odyssey came out way later.
Really? So Breath of the Wild is the one that made that one up, or made that one pretty good.
Let's put titles. Let's spell titles correctly.
Oh, what'd you bring up?
Yeah, the 1-2 switch, man. This is what I was telling you.
Oh yeah.
It was like the fighting game that you would do. So you got the 1-2 switch. You got Breath of the Wild, but technically Breath of the Wild here was not a launch game
Really?
because it was an overdue Wii U game,
Oh, I see.
and it just missed the boat. And so they're like, "Screw it, we're just gonna push it out to the Switch."
Kind of like Metroid.
Yeah, but look, there's no Mario, there's no Nintendo exclusive. I'm surprised at this.
That's such
God.
a small category too. That's
I mean, we
crazy.
got snipper clips, but nobody cared about snipper clips.
What the heck is that?
Exactly.
It's got an 8. Wait, is that 8 good? Is that out of 100?
You would think, right?
It's red.
Breath of the Wild carried the Switch.
It did. Oh yeah.
But again, it was an accident.
Oh, I see.
It was not. It was not intentional. So again,
Switch got
this is,
the sequel.
but this is why I didn't pick up a Switch until much, 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 much later, because it didn't have a launch anything at launch.
What game did you get? What game did you want?
I would so again historical Nintendo launches. You lived for that Mario game.
Mario Sunshine for GameCube, right? No.
Sunshine was not a launch title either.
So it hasn't happened in forever. I don't know what we're talking about then.
You look.
It sounds like they haven't had a Mario launch title.
They haven't had a Mario launch in a very, very long time. I'll tell you that
so.
much. The GameCube was the first one to break the mold.
And then the Wii.
But the
Galaxy or no? I don't know.
The Galaxy was not a launch. I don't even know what the Wii had as launch titles.
I'm telling you, man. I don't think it sounds like Mario was never a launch title thing at this point.
I get that. I get that. But the argument that there's a graphic that has them all for you. There we go.
All right, here we go. Thank God. Let's see.
1983. We had Donkey Kong Jr.
I see no Mario.
Right here, dude. Mario Bros.
No, I want to play Wrecking Crew, dude.
Excite Bike, Duck Hunt. Then we look at 1990 launch F-Zero.
Oh, we need an F-Zero.
Super Mario World.
Sim City.
I don't think it gets better than Super Mario 64 on the 64. That was like the ultimate game launch.
Yeah, that one was fun.
And then on the 2001, whoa, we can't scroll this thing. Oh boy, I gotta go this way. Then we got the GameCube, right? So
Batman. Oh, that's OP, dude.
Luigi's Mansion. Again, Nintendo took a giant gamble with this one. Super Monkey Ball. That was something else.
Wave Race. I had Wave Race.
You had Wave Race. I have Wave Race.
No, I had it. It was good. Remember?
Yeah.
I know you played with me.
I think so. Out of launch titles, right? Whoa. Because you really came in. I mean, your mom and I spent countless times playing Super Mario 64, but you were too little for this one.
Oh yeah, I was probably like.
And look at this, Nintendo N64 launched with two launch games, Pilot Wing 64 and Mario 64.
That's all it had.
Yeah, what am I complaining for?
I don't know. I mean, not even Donkey Kong's in there, and that was a good game. Oh, I need the expansion pack. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh shoot, I hate Apple. Here we go. Over here though, let's see. You had Crazy Taxi. You had Luigi's Mansion. I have Dade Miras. I had Tony Hawk. You had the Rogue. You had the NHL Hits, Super Monkey Ball, and the Wave Race.
I didn't have NHL Hits. I never.
I have it. I have it on the GameCube.
My husband might have been from Tony because I did not play any sport games. I hate sport games.
Oh, I loved NHL Hits. NHL Hits was awesome. I just played it with my kids, and all I could do was beat them up. On the Wii, we had this one was an interesting one. The Smooth Moves. This is a very weird one that did the gimmick of how the Wii motion controller worked.
Oh yeah.
The Wii Play was also kind of a gimmicky one, but we had Wii Sports that everybody had, and that's again Legend of Zelda.
They had a Rampage remix. That's cool.
So Legend of Zelda was a launch title for the Wii, which one was this one?
I had it. I never really got past a certain.
But you know what? Twilight Princess. Now that I'm looking at it, was also a mistake. Twilight Princess was like it was supposed to come out on GameCube and it didn't make it, and it got rolled over to the Wii.
GameCube had what? Wind Waker? Wind Waker?
The cel shaded graphics one?
That was nice. I like cel shaded.
I know you love Borderlands or whatever.
That was a good game too. It's hilarious.
And then we come in with the Wii U. The Wii U had like the most expansive one, and none of them Wii U. Super Mario Bros. Wii or U was a remake of.
I did have Zombie U. I remember that one.
But this Super Mario Bros. Was a remake of the DS one.
My mom had that one. She loves Super Mario game. Super Mario Bros.
It's a good game. I had Epic Mickey. I had Epic Mickey from the Wii. I never played it too far. But Nintendo Land was like the free game that you got with the Wii U.
Dang, they had a lot more launch titles. It didn't do that well.
Yeah, I know, right? And then we enter the Switch. So again, Breath of the Wild, which was technically not a real launch game. And so now we're here with what do we got? Nintendo Switch Welcome Tour.
$10,
So you can do,
not free. I
so
don't
you can
think
do
the
your
game comes
maracas.
in free.
Are has Nintendo said anything about how they're gonna upscale or be it let you use your old Switch games on the Switch
I
too?
think you can just put the game in, but I don't think it'll have the upgrades until you pay for it. Some of
Mm.
them. And some of them are free upgrades, like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet will be a free upgrade.
I heard Split Fiction was good.
That's a good one, but I would play that one on PC over the Switch.
Oh, but not Fortnite because you don't want to do that on your belly.
No. Because Fortnite, I play a lot.
Here's
Ooh, Street
Fortnite.
Fighter would be cool, though.
Which one?
Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, years 1 and 2 fighter editions. I don't know. Wonder what
Because
that
it comes
means.
with DLC. That's cool.
Yep. All right. So that Metroid game is if and when it comes out, it's gonna come out a
It's going to
minute
be
later.
awesome. It's going to be 4K. I mean, just look at the trailer for it, man. I think it's amazing. Look at it. Look at. Oh, she's back.
She's back. I remember being a young lad and going, Samus Uranus is a female.
Hell yeah. I think it's cool that. All right, so little lore dump here. The bad guy in Metroid Prime 4, you actually meet on the DS Metroid Prime game.
Really?
The spinoff, well, not spinoff, but it's like a different Metroid Prime Hunters. He was one of the playable characters, but he's the bad guy in this one, which I think is super cool.
You know, the only Metroid that I've ever played is like the character Samus in Smash Bros.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
never played Metroid? I think you would like it if you like Halo.
I never liked first person shooters from Nintendo because they only had one joystick to do the job of 2 joysticks.
Oh yeah. Well, this one has the the Switch has the mouse controls. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
So you can aim with the mouse controls on the table or something. See, that's
Oh,
him, Psylocke.
I don't know,
Psylocke.
Danny. I'm not convinced. Like, I'm not gonna shell out $500 for this game right now.
Oh, I will.
I'm gonna wait for the holiday bundle. See what they come out for Christmas.
You think Nintendo's gonna give out bundles, dude? Nothing goes on sale in Nintendo.
Costco, man. I mean, this is why I was telling you, Costco right now is a place to be, man. I was looking at this bundle yesterday. I was at the Costco.
For the OLED?
Yeah, this one's a little bit more on the expensive side. You get the OLED model. You get Super Smash Bros. Wonder. The Switch 3 months of online, the controller, and then a travel case.
How old is the OLED? How long did it take for this to come out?
OLED came out. I don't know. 2021.
It took 4 years, and now you're gonna get a bundle. You're halfway through the generation.
Yeah, see, October 8, 2021. Jeez,
Great memory. Jesus, you're scary.
I know.
But you know what I mean? Though? Like, if you're gonna wait for a bundle, you're gonna wait 4 years, and then you're gonna get a Switch 2 bundle, and it's like, who's?
I told you this thing's like 400. I saw it. It was 380 right now. No, yes, it was 380 at Costco, and you get the Switch. You get a 256 GB SD card, which, by the way, I heard are not going to work with the Switch 2.
Nope, you need the Express SD card.
You need the faster ones, and then you get a 1 year of Switch Online. I stopped paying for online services, man. I'm not a big fan.
I still pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't see ads.
And then you got the protective case. So this I thought was a little too expensive at $380. Look at that. The pre-orders up on this product is expected to be in stock and available to purchase soon.
Hey, you should get it from Costco. Tell me how the pre-order process is.
Yeah, no, you're gonna get Mario Kart World. You're gonna get 12 months of the Nintendo Switch Online plus the expansion pack. Expansion pack of what? Did you know there's an expansion pack coming?
Nope, I don't even know that sign amount. For what? Nintendo for 12 months.
Let's get back to
Online plus expansion pack individual membership.
Free new members cannot add an existing Race Together. So it's the Race Together online, and then access to Nintendo Switch Second Edition upgrade. Upgrade packs for the
Oh, so
Legend
you
of
get like
Zelda.
for the Zelda games, so you get the upgrades. That's cool.
Does that mean you have to own them already?
You have to rebuy them for Switch too.
This is so dumb.
Money, money, money.
Money.
Unless you already own the physical and you put it in, but I don't know.
I own Breath. I own one of the. I don't think I bought the latest. I was gonna buy the latest Legend of Zelda, but my kid couldn't figure out the first one. And I'm still on Majora's Mask. I'm still trying to figure out how to play that one.
That one's hard. The moon.
Yeah. The time travel was just too hard.
Oh yeah. I think you should get Nintendo Switch too, and we can play some Mario Kart while we do our podcast.
Yeah, I suppose.
How fun would that be? Knockout tour, and half the time you're just watching me play. Oh, I'm just kidding.
You know what? I will tell you. I don't know if I've ever told you, but you took the fun out of video games
Why?
because you became too good. I couldn't beat you anymore.
Well, I know the same feeling because Tony beats me at everything now, so I can't play anymore.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not picking it up. I'm just saying I'm not picking it up on day one.
Like it's not a priority, but if you see it, you might just grab it.
If I see it and it's there, it's going in my cart. I
Mm.
guarantee you that much. But like, I have Mario Bros. Wonder. I haven't barely played it.
My mom beat that one already. She 100%ed it.
We got Luigi's Mansion 2. I got to restart it because my kid got so lost in something. Smash
You're
Bros.
all like lost. That's funny.
Well, the thing is, like, so I don't have that much time to play, right? So, like, Luigi's Mansion 2, I can't follow the storyline, and like, I'll come in, and then like 7 levels down, I'm like, well, what happened between now and here? Like, how do we? I was like, when did this like green Luigi come out of?
Well, I don't know. I never beat it. Jessica beat that one night. She sat down and she beat the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Tears of the Kingdom was the one again. Still have to beat Breath of the Wild. I'm in the first level. Like, I try to play Breath of the Wild, and I spent an hour, and I'm like, nope.
I get lost. YouTube. I have no idea what to do next.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I'm going on YouTube to figure this thing out because it was too freaking hard. And it makes me wonder, like, how in the world did you beat games back in the day without YouTube?
Well, back in the day, it had rail systems, basically. Like, it was from point A to point B. Now it's open world, figure it out. I never played that Peach one, but that one looks pretty interesting.
The Legend of Zelda stuff. I never got into Legend of Zelda. It might be time for me to... See, I figured, like, if I'm going to get into video games, I got to just go back in time and start from day one.
Well, Metroid Prime, the first one, is available for Switch.
I have Metroid Prime for the GameCube.
Oh, but there's different versions. They made changes for the Switch. So
how did you make? You did not make changes for the Switch when you're the OG.
They did.
They made changes from the Switch.
So what they did was
yeah, no, I guess you're right. You're right for the Switch. Yes.
Yeah, they went that way. Like, what do you mean?
Okay, I was because in my mind I was so stuck in GameCube land.
Yeah, so you should grab it, man.
I don't know, man. If I told you, if I see it at Costco, it might come home with me. But I would assume that this thing right here is gonna be like at least $550.
Just probably. I paid $530 for my bundle, so.
See, the problem is, I'm a family guy, right? So I gotta get at least 4 controllers.
No. Each one of those joysticks or Joy-Cons is one control. You just need another pair. It's another $100. That's it.
This thing adds up real quickly, Danny, for something that we do not use as much. See, I'm telling you, you're not gonna get 4K laying down, buddy.
What do you mean? I'm plugging it into my TV in my bedroom. I just don't want to sit on my computer. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Have you seen that meme? Well, it's too damn bad.
Meanwhile, over here for the same price.
Yeah, but how long has that been out? It's probably already dead. You know what I mean?
Astrobot is an amazing game.
No, I mean like the Switch. I mean the PlayStation 5. It's already halfway into its cycle. It's probably gonna
it's definitely. I mean, it's already gotten. You know, you're toward the tail end of your cycle when you get a refresh.
Or a Pro.
The Slim, the Slim.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I
Oh,
just don't use my PlayStation 5 enough to justify it, but I wouldn't mind. Man, they have the Pro for 780.
I think for everything that's not Nintendo, I'll just upgrade my PC. That's my goal.
Speaking of which, I almost went. I'm half tempted to go to Micro Center. They finally have GPUs in stock.
Or my friend was camping outside. He got himself a 5090,
I don't know why you would like. Have you seen the price of a 5090? Where is it at?
like 2K, isn't it?
No, they're more. The 5080 is almost 2K. Look, $1,600. So the 5090 is easily close, pushing 3,000.
He put in 2 computers and he's like trying to resell it. But who's gonna buy a computer off you for like $3,000, $4,000? Nah, that's cool.
Yeah, I think the highest I'd be willing to go is a 5070 right here, $700. And even then, like video graphics card prices are crazy. I still have a 9070 GPU, and that thing only cost me $350.
Dang.
Granted, it was 11 years ago, but still.
Yeah, I have a 4070 Super. I don't know. I think it's like $400.
Expensive to game, man. I remember back in the day. I remember walking into the R Zone at Toys R Us.
Thanks,
to
R
pick up.
Zone.
You don't
Rated
remember the
R.
R? What?
Rated R games? What's R Zone?
It's where the games were. The R Zone. You don't remember this?
No.
Look at this. The R Zone. It was like whoa, I don't want to see that. It was a walled off section of Toys R Us where all the game consoles used to be.
Oh, I do remember that, but I was like probably super tiny, huh?
Yeah, like so it was like you see the barricade here, like you'd have to go to like the detectors or whatever to get into it, and well, it's not the R Zone, but then they had all the game console stuff in there. It was like a separate section from the rest of the store.
What games are those? Oh,
Ah,
the
Yes,
Wii. Pretty recent, 2007, 2007, 2008.
GameCube.
Wow. It's
Yeah,
kind of
man.
cool.
This a lot of my games. My Sega Dreamcast. I still remember driving to Garden Grove to pick up a Sega Dreamcast from the R Zone.
Did you pre-order it or just showed up?
I just showed up. I don't know that I don't do launch day stuff.
You got Pokemon Emerald launch day. You got the little tin.
I remember that. That's like the I no see. I used to buy video games.
Yeah.
Like I did Gears of War launch day. I have a couple of launch day stuff, but I just don't do consoles. You know what I really want though?
What's that?
I want to do a couple things. One, I want to get one of everything.
You should get the Switch 2 and buy every single physical copy that comes out. I challenge
No,
you.
no, like I want to get all the N64s.
Oh, good luck, man.
Like do you remember the ones you guys had, like these translucent ones?
The Let's Go Pikachu one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's the Pikachu one, this one, then there's the translucents. They had like all the translucent colors for a while. Like I want to do that. Like I'd like to get all the colors of the N64. And then the Wii Red. I don't know if you ever see the Red Wii.
What the heck?
This
What,
one right here.
what
The
did that come out
Wii
with?
Mini.
The heck
I'd
is
like to
that?
get it's a Wii Mini.
Never heard of that. They had a slim version?
Yeah, they had a slim version of the Wii. I'd like to get this one. You never saw this one? They also had a red one. That was the
Yeah.
original but in red.
Dang. Why did you get that one? It's only $136. Do it right now.
Well, maybe if our YouTube channel takes off, we can just make it a business expense.
That'd be cool.
Then
We have all the
I
Wii.
think the Wii also came in black. Yeah, they had a black version.
What the heck? I've never seen. Oh wait, didn't we have that?
No, ours were all white. You can see, not a Wii
I
U.
think Jessica might have it then. So, 'cause I remember a black one.
You still owe me some stuff from your collection. I never got the Rock Band kits.
I don't know.
I'm missing all the mobile consoles.
Go check the garage. I don't know what's in there. You have all the consoles. There's no point in me keeping any of that, you know?
I know. So I have all the games. So maybe you should next time you go to your mom's house and go to that garage.
I say, hey, Alex needs those.
I'm just saying. I paid more. I paid for more stuff that I got.
Go look, go look.
I don't go to your parents' house that much.
Me neither. I only went yesterday because of Christina's birthday. It's not even
Oops.
her birthday.
They had the Wii, and then there was a white version of the Wii U that was underpowered compared to the black version of the Wii.
That's an actual thing.
Yeah, the white version of the Wii was like a Wii U Lite, if you will. It had less storage.
Interesting.
It was
How'd
like
the black one look like?
it was like an 8 GB thing versus the Wii U Black was like a 32 GB.
And they announced this. Everybody knew this difference.
Yeah, you didn't know this?
Nope. I just learned
Yeah.
it right now. You just taught
The
me.
white version of the Wii U was 8 GB and it lacked like backwards compatibility or something, and then the black version had as like the Pro model.
Oh, I see. Wow. What they're called Wii U's.
You know what Nintendo did? So I guess no. Well, the Wii U never got a slim down version, and then the Switch never got a slim down version. Missed opportunities.
OLED.
Oh yeah, they got OLED, I guess. Okay, I'll give you OLED, but then the Wii U is the only one that didn't get any upgrade.
I think it died. I think
They just wanted to put it in the rear view mirror and go Wii U.
yeah, that was horrible. What happened there? I don't know why.
Oh, man. That's? I mean, I would assume a lot of business schools take Wii U as an example, as a case study to how not to launch a console.
Yeah, but you can see the Switch is there. It's basically the Switch. It's a monitor you can carry around and play anywhere.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
I mean,
a prototype.
it had potential.
Yeah, I mean the screen is really small, but it was like the prototype for it, right?
Basically. But anyways, such is life, and that's our video games, and that's our show. I'm glad you pre-ordered the game.
You're gonna come play it Wednesday night, June 4th, because
Yeah, I
it comes
think
out June 5th, midnight
well,
early.
you're gonna have to buy like 5 or more controllers.
Nah, we're taking turns. That's too expensive. You can start collecting.
Bring your own Joy-Con if you want to come play at Daddy's house.
I don't think the Joy-Cons are backwards compatible either.
Buy on your way to Daddy's house. Pick up a pair of
If you can
Joy-Cons.
find them.
Those hardware like that's usually always for sale.
I was thinking about pre-ordering the Pro controller. I just don't know if it's gonna sell out. Because if it's not gonna sell out, I'll wait. If it's gonna sell out, I'll just secure it.
You should just secure it. But anyways, Danny, always a pleasure. We'll see you next week. We'll see what we talk about next week. But lots of good history here. And let us know in the comment section. Did you pre-order a Wii U? Nope. Did you pre-order a Switch too? That's the one we want to know. But if you did pre-order a Wii U back in the day, let us know as well. Because Danny just learned that there's 2 versions of the Wii U.
I have a white one.
All right, folks. That's it for the show. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. And we'll see you all next week.
Cool.